This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Erika Kristensen. On the Scorecard tonight, we continue with our countdown of the top 28 sports stories of 2024. First off, we have Caitlin Clark fever that took WNBA by storm. The New York Liberty's first ever WNBA crown. The Celtics raise banner number 18 in an epic championship celebration and dominate Knicks on opening night. And in baseball, the rise of LA Dodgers Shohei Ohtani to superstar status. All that and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 27th of December. Now here's a roundup. Number 16 on our list is Caitlin Clark, who took the WNBA by storm in 2024, cementing herself, of course, as a generational talent and a global icon for women's sports. Her scoring explosions, vision on the court, and ice-cold clutch shots have electrified fans all around the globe, leading to a massive boost in WNBA viewership and, of course, record-breaking attendance this season. In her rookie year, Clark has not only met expectations but shattered them, averaging 25 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds per game. Her ability to drain long-range three-pointers with ease has drawn comparisons to the likes of Steph Curry, while her playmaking and leadership have elevated her team to new heights. One of the most memorable moments of the season came in a crucial game against the Las Vegas Aces. With the game on the line, Clark hit a stunning buzzer beater from beyond the arc to secure the win, sparking a social media frenzy and further cementing her legendary status. But of course, Clark's impact goes beyond the hardwood. Her success has inspired a new generation of young athletes, especially young girls, to pick up a basketball and dream big. Her popularity has led to a surge in merchandise sales and sponsorships for the WNBA, significantly elevating the league's profile both nationally and internationally. Her role in the 2024 WNBA season has been nothing short of transformational. She has proven that women's basketball is not just an afterthought, but a global force to be reckoned with. Clark may be looking in another direction as she navigates her basketball career, but 2024 will forever be remembered as the year she redefined what it means to be a star in women's basketball, leaving an indelible mark on the sport and its fans worldwide. Moving on to the 15th spot, the New York Liberty completed a storybook season by securing their first ever WNBA title in a thrilling 5-game series against the Minnesota Lynx. Game 5 went into overtime where the Liberty's defense stood tall, allowing just 2 points to seal a 67-62 victory. Jonquil Jones shined throughout the whole finals, averaging 17.8 points and 7.6 rebounds per game to earn finals MVP honors. The series was a back-and-forth affair, with the Lynx taking Game 1 thanks to Napisa Collier's clutch shot in overtime. But of course, the Liberty fought back with dominant performances in Games 2 and 3. Powered by Breanna Stewart's 51 points over the 2 games, Game 4 saw the Lynx keep their hopes alive with a narrow 82-80 win, setting the stage for a winner-takes-all showdown in Game 5. Now, although the Lynx managed to shut down Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu in the deciding game, it was Leonie Fibic and Jonquil Jones who stepped up to carry the Liberty across the finish line. The Liberty's triumph capped off a historic playoff run that also saw WNBA viewership soar high, with postseason games averaging 1.1 million viewers, a 139% increase from last year. Now, this win not only marks a new era for the Liberty, but also signals the rising popularity and competition of women's basketball on the global stage. And now for your daily dose of sports lingo. Here we go. We have wrestling lingo today. The finisher is what it's called, the move that ends it all. Now, in wrestling, when the action is intense and the stakes are very high, it is time for the finisher. That signature move that wraps up the match in dramatic fashion. Whether it's a body slam, a submission hold perhaps, or even a high-flying elbow drop, the finisher is the move that leaves the opponent flat on the mat and the crowd roaring. The finisher is the ultimate game changer, a move so powerful it leaves no doubt who is walking out on top. Now, before we continue with the countdown, we have honorable mentions that created a major buzz in the sporting world. Filipino-American Jackie Buntan made history on Saturday, claiming the inaugural one-women's strawweight kickboxing world title at the 169 held in Bangkok, Thailand. Buntan, the underdog in this match, faced the highly ranked Anissa C18 Mexin. Mexin dominated early with leg kicks and jabs, but Buntan turned the tide in the second round with a very powerful combination. She took full control in the third, landing solid body shots and hooks, while Mexin struggled to keep up. Buntan's relentless pressure continued into the fourth, securing a unanimous decision win from all of the three judges. With the victory, Buntan improved to 27-6, capturing her first one championship title. Her victory marks a historic moment for Filipino female fighters in the one championship. Also making a buzz in 2024 is another Filipino surfing powerhouse. We have John Mark Marama Tokong, who tore through the waves and claimed victory in the men's shortboard event at the 2024 World Surf League La Union International Pro in San Juan, La Union last early January. Tokong battled it out against the world's best surfers in a thrilling final that saw him rise above the competition with raw power and precision. He unleashed his mastery of the waves, securing his spot at the top of over 120 surfers from all around the globe. The high-stakes event cemented La Union as a surfing hotspot, drawing competitors from around the world for a showdown that showcased the fierce competition and thrilling action of the sport. Tokong's victory not only secured his status as one of the Philippines' top surfers, but it has also put the country in the world surfing map. I am incredibly proud of our athletes who continue to raise the Philippine flag in the global sports stage. Now, when we return, our roundup of 2024's top sports stories continues. So watch out for that right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. Now, before we continue on with our countdown of 2024's top 28 sports stories, we of course, have more honorable mentions. Starting with the Filipino Olympian, Marjeline Didal is back on top, clinching the women's title at the Red Bull Buenos Aires Conquest in Brazil just last November. The Cebuana skateboarder overcame fierce competition, including a thrilling final showdown with Dutch skater Roos Zwetsloot to take the crown. The match came down to a nail-biting finish, with 3 of the 5 judges awarding Didal the win after a flawless buzzer-beating attempt. Zwetsloot's late mishap paved the way for Didal's victory in the intense final. Didal's road to victory including edging out top skaters like Argentina's Aldana Bertran and Brazil's Leticia Buffoni in the qualifiers. She then secured her place in the final with a dominant semi-final performance against Argentina's Camila Saceres. The event, which featured 24 of the world's best skateboarders, took place at the University of Buenos Aires Law School and drew a crowd of 2,000 spectators. Didal's win marks a triumphant return to the international scene, once again securing her place among the world's top skateboarders. Meanwhile, the Philippines just got a major boost for the coming 9th Asian Winter Games to be held in Harbin, China in February 2025, thanks to the Russian figure skater Alexander Korovin. The 30-year-old can now officially don the Philippine colors after being granted Filipino citizenship by President Bongbong Marcos last December 2023. Korovin, who has been representing the Philippines alongside his partner Isabela Gamez since 2021, can now compete for the country in the Asian Winter Games and, only and if they qualify, the Winter Olympics. The duo has already made history, winning the Philippines' first ever pairs medal with a silver at an International Skating Union event in France in 2022. They also became the first Southeast Asian pair to compete in the World Figure Skating Championships in 2023 and 2024, as well as the first to secure a spot at the 2024 ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating. With Korovin now officially a Filipino, the duo are looking forward to making their mark in the Asian Winter Games. When we return, more basketball and baseball stories making it to our best of 2024 list. So stay tuned right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. Now, number 14 on our list, the Boston Celtics have once again cemented their legacy as the NBA's most iconic team, raising banner 18 to the Raptors in a star-studded ceremony before crushing the New York Knicks on opening night. TD Garden was buzzing with anticipation as the Celtics decked out in custom gold-trimmed warm-up jackets featuring 18 championship trophies prepared to take the court. Fans packed the stands, eagerly awaiting the grand celebration of Boston's latest NBA title. The night kicked off with a very powerful video tribute that took fans on a roller coaster ride throughout the Celtics' unforgettable title run. From the early days of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's rise to the thrilling additions of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, it was a journey that led them to the pinnacle of NBA glory. The crowd roared as highlights from Celtics legends John Havlicek and Bill Russell, who dominated the 1950s and 60s, played alongside footage of last season's nail-biting Game 5 victory over the Dallas Mavericks. And then, in a moment fit for legends, Celtics icons Bob Cousy, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen took center stage, joining the festivities as they watched the 2024 championship banner rise alongside the iconic 2008 banner. And with that, the Celtics made sure the night wasn't just about celebrating their past, but more importantly, they made sure it was about owning their future. The Knicks never stood a chance as Boston went on to deliver a statement win to kick off the new season in style. Now on the 13th spot, Shohei Ohtani's first year in Los Angeles was a mix of controversy and brilliance. While off-field scandals involving his former interpreter grabbed headlines, Ohtani silenced doubters with a historic season, becoming the first ever player in MLB history to join the 50-50 club with 51 home runs and 51 stolen bases. Shohei Ohtani kicked off the year with the Los Angeles Dodgers, signing a record-breaking $700 million contract. Ohtani arrived with sky-high expectations, and while his on-field performance dazzled, his season was also marked by off-field drama. Ohtani's transition to the Dodgers was not smooth sailing. Just as the season began, allegations surfaced against Ippei Mizuhara. His longtime interpreter, Mizuhara, was accused of embezzling nearly $17 million from Ohtani and funneling the funds into illegal gambling ventures. Mizuhara eventually pleaded guilty to bank and tax fraud charges, facing up to 33 years in prison and a $1.25 million fine. The scandal put Ohtani in the media spotlight for reasons beyond baseball. Yet, of course, he maintained focus and delivered one of the most electrifying seasons in MLB history. Now, despite the controversy, Ohtani's performance at the plate and on the base paths smashed all expectations. On September 19, he etched his name into the record books with a single-game performance for the ages by smashing his 49th, 50th, and finally 51st home runs of the season and stealing his 50th and 51st bases. Ohtani became the first player in MLB history to achieve the elusive 50-50 milestone. Ohtani's incredible stats underscored his dual-threat dominance and reinforced why the Dodgers invested heavily on him. His power-hitting prowess and speed on the bases revitalized the Dodgers lineup and thrilled fans at the Dodgers Stadium. As Ohtani turns the page on a turbulent yet triumphant season, the Dodgers are poised to build around their superstar. With the distractions behind him, the stage is set for Ohtani to continue rewriting baseball history in Los Angeles. And that wraps up our countdown. Stay tuned as we get closer and closer to number 1. Now, before we go, think on this. From a Hall of Fame left fielder, a legendary base stealer and key figure in baseball history. Louise Brock once said, "Show me a guy who's afraid to look bad, and I'll show you a guy who could beat every time." And with that, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Once again, we will see you again here on Monday on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, on the Billionario News Channel. This is Erika Kristensen. Have a blessed evening.